Discover cowrie shell divination, ancient wisdom at your fingertips. You set the shells, I decode your answers, love, career, and more. We've got the guidance you seek. Tap into shamanic roots, uncover your inner energy, chase your dreams, learn from the wisdom of tribal mystics, bridging the gap to your potential. Supercharge your experience with us. Book now at tonyad.tv for self-discovery, and I will see you on the other side. Ashe. Inshallah and Ashe. As always, divine wills, blessings to you and for you. We truly are in a transitionary time. It's the in-between times, leaving one season to enter upon the next. And as a lunar being following the moon, the lunar calendar, I'm all about the moon. But in the doTERRA cosmology, we're entering into a year of community connection. I'm so excited. Mineral, stone, it's the remembering of who we are, the origins that resides in our bones. It's our divine circuitry, sacred geometry. And if you're new to me, my name is Tonya D. I'm your go-to holistic shaman, medium, and otherworldly life coach, and a reflector by design. I truly am a seer into the unseen, following the goddess of the night. The moon memoirs beyond just celestial skies, by the way. And if you have yet to subscribe here on YouTube, please do, heartfelt, and ring the bell if you don't mind, because I'm really ready to take my show out into the galactic corridor, also the other world. So go ahead and share with your friends. Be the star that you are, unique and divine. And for other mystical musings, including spilling the tea, subscribe to my musing news to be in the news. Spilling the Tea is on the third Friday of each month. It's a live venue if you want to join me live. This one's happening on January 19th at 11:30 a.m. Mountain Time through Zoom. Be sure to check back also each month for Omen Days. So excited about Omen Days this year. We're in the star. That's the message for January. That will be in one of my monthly musing news for you too, to reflect upon for each month, a collective message. Ashe to that. But welcome to the weekly snippet. And if you are new to my show, my channel, I go live once a week randomly. I'm a reflector, so it's all about how I feel, to be quite honest. But it's usually about the cosmic insights, the planets, the elementals of the galaxy doing their cosmic dance. And as a reflector, following the lunar celestial energies, that's my design, the moon through the seasons and the gates. But I truly believe we all have intuitive gifts. And if you're feeling the call, an awareness, an awakening to navigate yours, go ahead and take my Change Your Stars quiz. It's super fun and very informative to find your intuitive gift order, your psychic ability, or where you're at. The 4 pillars of destiny, the elementals of the day. How I even got into that was through vision. All my things are through vision. Spirit always shows me where I need to be, a waking vision or a dream vision. If you've ever worked with me, you know you've been in my dream space, or I've been in yours, getting messages for you. However, as a reflector, I'm always asking, am I in the right environment? Is this environment for me? I'm very aware, time, places, people, all the things in the environment. Is this the right time and the right place with the right people? Are these my people? Is this my tribe? I basically reflect. I'm an inner knower, if that makes sense, a mirrored reflection. So it's like, what am I seeing? What am I sensing that nobody else can see or sense? And really, what's the solution within the movement in the moment of that creation? Or even what's the solution I'm creating within the movement? I did participate in a psychic fair on Saturday, and it was actually fantastic. If you're curious, I just want to say something that I am seeing, and I see it in the shells, and then somebody will say something, because usually people are not aware of what's tapping on their shoulder. So I had a couple experiences that were actually fantastic on Saturday, and I threw my wand. I use a wand. I literally threw my wand a couple times. But ultimately, the key is always trusting our intuition. So again, take my quiz, Change Your Stars. It's actually fun if you're curious about your intuitive gift, your gift order. Some of them are waking up at different times. They might be otherworldly. There's some out of the body that really light up at a different stage and time in our lives. I kind of feel like they're our super powerhouse, but it is true, you know, we do need to cleanse our auric field, the energetic field, no energy markers in there. And I like to play in the etheric world, the etheric highway, along with journaling with the moon. It feels like the Merlin effect to me, which is something fantastic. But I do have a new moon journal that I've been utilizing for 2024, really paying attention to the connectedness for the gates this year. That's kind of what I'm tuning into as a reflector. Go ahead and share what you're tuning into. But I do want to say, you know, my moon is in Scorpio, and over the weekend, it was really a treasure ladder, I'll say. So if you do have a Scorpio moon, I hope your weekend was a treasure too. I'm kind of tired of the Scorpio moons getting that bad lunar rap, if you will. But the energy of today is actually in sync with Saturn. It's vibing into the soul, to star love, loving the skin that you're in and commit to that star that you are and love that star to the infinity beyond. And if you have yet to tune into the Capricorn ritual for the moon, please do. I added, of course, I always use runes in my, or bay leaves, candles, or both. I did both this time. But if your heart is in divine alignment today, it really is kind of time to choreograph, decide on what you truly, authentically can really commit to in your heart's prime desire to do. Like, what is the goal for this year? What do you want to focus on? What's the outcome in your day-to-day reality? And today we kind of have a cosmic blending of two percolating ingredients. Some of the waters may need some reconciling between the waters and the waves, the frozen water, the heavenly cosmic streams. So there's forces of unique nature. What does your destiny hold? What have you been fated with? So it's time to connect with the divine, the book of life, see your story through the eyes of spirit, creator, an inner knowing of what tasks. What did you commit to before you arrived on planet Earth? Your prime directive, your design. Get ready to believe in who you are, the star inside of you. Act upon your heart's wishes. Father time. That clock is ticking. It's divine timing. So with that, just a few announcements. Of course, I do have the new moon meditation, and the ritual just arrived yesterday, by the way. And I am on the Snell train for this year's podcast season, not going to lie. But it is truly all about the circuitry, the geometry, community, tribe, connection, communication. And I am hosting a free immersion. I do have a fantastic image for that on this Mystical Monday. I'm not going to lie. Let's find it. I don't want to get lost in the crossfires. But finding it, you know, sometimes that's my fantasticness. There we go. Origins Revolution. Our heart, our roots, our heart too. Our roots inherit great intuition naturally. Spirit. That's where it comes from. But I'm hosting this free immersion. Oopsie. We got to leave that right there. Hitting too many buttons. I should move that over. But this Origins Revolution, it's about unlocking the pages of our ancestral grimoire, embracing the power of our origins. But on top of that, you know, besides our roots, it's about spirit, getting back to spirit, diving into the inspirited body, the circuitry of our mind, and how our body sends messages. You know, feng shui is not just about the house and the hands and the feet. It's also our body, our skin is reflective. It's the largest reflective organ there is. That's why, honestly, I started doing 4 pillars and paying attention to the elementals. So really get ready to immerse yourself in who you are. You are a gift. You have a divine purpose. We all do, or at least another worldly one. And also, we have a dragon, a yin wood dragon of the year, and also what's called period 9. It's a 180-year cycle, so it hasn't been around for 180 years. So I'm super excited. Fire, it's the south. Arena, it's the rising of the phoenix. And the shift is really on. Pluto is also emerging, once again, into Aquarius. We got a little taste and a little test of that last year. So we get another little taste this year, and then a questionable return. And again, the moon and the rituals are on the highway. I did bring in the 4 pillars for the ritual. I love doing that, just saying. However, on the elemental highway, now that I'm moving forward here, fantastic. We're having a great day here. It's a very inward day. We've got yin is everywhere. Yin energy, the year, the month, and the day. This tells me we are going inward. We're soliciting some inner solitude. We have officially entered the ox month. This is the northwest sector of our home. Earth is a transitional energy. It's the interseason from one season into the next. We go through this every year. Anybody born in an earth season, whether it's the year, the month, or the day, you're always in transition. Myself, I was born in a goat year, on a very fiery month and a fiery hour. So I'm full of fire, not that you can't tell. However, the earth is frozen actually in the ox. There's no fire. So it's very, very cold. It's frozen, not gonna lie. It's hard frozen earth. Our day is very inward. It's a contemplation, it's reflection. It's about fine tuning or refinement. It is supported by the day. The ox and the goat, they do oppose each other. So they're releasing what is hidden, which is fantastic because we do need that inner candle that's burning. The yin fire is also the horse. So there's some freedom happening there. But just so you know, the earth is our lymphatic system. It's the spleen, the pancreas, the stomach, digestion, the sweetness of life. And if this was a client, I literally would suggest that you get outdoors, you move your body. The lymphatic system is the only system in our body that actually needs movement. It's our cells. When cells become sick, it's because they're sitting in the same shift, like a fish in the same water, and the tank never gets cleared. Don't talk about our ocean. That's a whole nother deal. But do some cardio and stay away from sugar, fake sugar especially. Spicy foods would be great to break up the earth, or greens actually. Nature, greens also as well. Spicy foods, it's the spice of life, especially for a yin metal person. You're kind of a lone soldier up there. You're really not alone, but you may feel alone. The world outside of us, all eyes are upon us. So if you're able to go inward, solicit your inner solitude, connect with your heart, your inner goal, like what is your goal story? What does your heart desire to really achieve authentically this year? My final wish for my Omen days is one that I'm wholly, fully focusing on. I am holding the near and the dear of my heartstrings and honing in on my goals. You should too, so be focused on achieving them. And you should receive the blessing, the bounty, like 6 months from now. You should be able to see something streaming through, if not sooner, seeing them come to fruition, excuse me, if you plant the seed now. We're in the in-between, so we're still okay to be cleansing the house, preparing for the Chinese New Year and the transition of these planets. We're all a part of this design, by the way. But our day is being supported by the greatest of all time, the goat. There's also a coupling, the Southwest Arena and the ox in the month. It's really hard work. So maybe we have some hard work ahead of us on this day. It's kind of a coupling department between the two. And wood, I only say that the two because I'm actually in my southwest corner, which being a goat and being online, that's kind of the area of my home that actually accentuates. But wood or nature is money, abundance for a yin metal person or metal assets. So it does look like we need to kind of finish up what we started and really work hard, full steam ahead, kind of preparing for the new year. Our performance, the water, is actually out into our future, but it is coming towards us. Water feeds wood. It's kind of rotting our roots. I'm not going to lie. Different waters have different frequency, energy, vibrations, right? But performance is water. It's in our future, but it is coming towards us. It's kind of like the water feeds both the rabbit and the wood. So that's kind of yang. Two yins make a yang. Two yins make a right. And then that was hilarious. And then it actually goes into the ox and kind of breaks that up. And then, of course, the ox does feed, and the goat, the metal, our day. So it does return. But yin wood and yin metal, those are forces of adversity. They go against each other, just saying. And wood is on the rise. We're heading into spring, hopefully, right? But it's the spirit of our creativity is actually ahead of us, the water, plus the year, right? Rooted into the ox. I would light a candle. I would meditate on the year ahead and feeling into your heart. The ritual for this new moon is really about setting our goals. Like, what is the goal for this new year? Protecting it, adding passion to it, the flavor of passion that you can hold near and dear for infinite waves, or at least until the summer, full moon in Capricorn. It's kind of an adjustment period. So, just really feeling into your heart, doing a fine tuning adjustment, and really becoming clear about the year ahead. It's time to follow your own lead, possibly. Use your heart, your internal guidance system, also known as your spiritual acumen. And I do want to give a shout out to those of you that did come for Divination Day Psychic Fair on Saturday. Thank you for allowing me to be of soul support for you. And as we become clear about our path moving forward, it may happen or appear to be frozen. However, just know under the currents of water, there's always something flowing there. So if something doesn't feel aligned or fine-tuned, that's your heart. It's your spirit. It's your intuition saying that something is offline. You may get a sound off, sound healing. You might hear clairaudience. So allow the universe to be your guidance system, not the laws or the streams of man or humans, I guess is what I should say. Stay in your frequency, your awareness, connected to your higher self. We should be merging that anyway. So when your spirit team, your high heart, give you a high five, like in the ethers, then you know you are on the correct path, divinely inspirited. Spirit structures the foundation forward. So release the illusion of control and allow spirit to really be your guidance system. The globe is in full support, the earth plane being heart attuned. You may just have that hard conversation with somebody today. And if you do, then today's the day to just do just that. So I'm kind of excited. And yes, I am changing things up. I got a little behind in my gravitational pull. But the messages this week are fantastic, of course. I got things everywhere. But on this Mystic Monday, it's the moon, the goddess of the night, howling at the moon. I don't know if you can see that. She's otherworldly. But being that the sun is in Capricorn, highlighting what we fear, Saturn on this Saturnian kind of energy day, are we letting the fears block us? Are we challenged with separating reality from illusion? Is our mind fluid or is it overly logical, overthinking? Do you feel like you're stuck in a rut when it comes to processing or some integral kind of integrating spirit, a spiritual experience, a mystical dream, memoir? So there's both divinity and magic here, and we fall into the ebb and the flow of those moon's waters, the gravitational pull. It's when our inner wisdom, that's when we're going to embrace it, and also it's going to embrace us and comfort us and really get us in the flow, pushing us towards the light. It's like this reinvigorating energy, creativity, reconciling those waters. It's an inner resurrection as long as we go beyond our own fears to really pull in and really find her, which is fantastic. Fear is false evidence affecting our reality, by the way. So it's time to not only embrace, but really diving into those water, being really embraced by the comforts of the moon and just breathing past those past insecurities, anxieties, fears, doubts, just let them flow away and allow the illumination of the moon. I almost said the Illuminati of the moon to be your guide, your reflector guidance system coming soon, guiding you home. Just know you are safe, reaching new levels, octaves even, an unconscious knowing and surrendering to the will of the Great Spirit, the divine. Destiny and fate kind of come together, merging. The universe knows our way, trust that path. It's fated, it's inside of us. And destiny is what we do with that. So I'm super stoked about it. And then on Talented Tuesday, I was going to change up my deals today, my little icons, but Talented Tuesday, you can't make this up. We have the Ten of Pentacles, otherworldly. So this is about us loving and trusting our ability to manifest and bring it into the physical. Or are we confused? Do we need to protect something that our heart truly loves? I mean, that is love when you protect something to the divine heart. It's kind of a backwards celebration. Maybe the ancestors are celebrating a win. Otherworldly, just saying. That's where that's coming in. The other world has the key. And being otherworldly, it's like, are we chasing the luxuries of man, the status quo, getting to the Capricorn top of that mountain? What does that even look like? Maybe we're feeling the material loss. Maybe we're releasing the negative energy around value and wealth, or maybe we're not even feeling valued. Just saying. Doesn't take money to feel valued. People around you can either make you feel valued or valued less. Soul capital, just saying. But we are one small move away from seeing the grand design, the big hallelujah picture, an unearthing of a legacy. This feels kind of very Pluto diving deep for some reason, but something we already deserve. It's a day to embody the pleasure of luxury. What is that for you? It does remind me of the Pleasure Ladder, my podcast last year with Braca. What a great lady. But embodying the state of consciousness and just acting as if, and knowing that you are worthy of all the abundance, success that this world truly has to offer. We are not in the shift show alone. So really sharing your abundance with those you love. The garden is flourishing. I'm super stoked about that. I'm not going to lie. It's all moving us forward towards, you guessed it, this new moon. And then on Wizardry Wednesday, woo, we've got the King of Swords. And oh my gosh, I do like him. I really do. I don't know if you can see the dragonfly there, but we've got a raven, we have an owl, and we also have a bat. So this is like air, right? You can't catch air. It feels kind of like a Merlin or a wizard kind of to me, especially with that sword. The element of air, logic, clear thinking, using words, communication. Maybe we're really filling into the doTERRA cosmology and being brave and courageous and blending both the mental and the spiritual. Law, rules, it kind of reminds me of Libra in a way. A diplomatic kind of day of energy and facts and figures and balancing the scales, a logical mind, clarity in the mind, wisdom before our next move, and just seeking the data, the information. This really is about getting our facts straight in alignment, or at least our new moon goals, and blending our experiences, the blend of intelligence with the emotional foundation along with spiritual energies. It's that acumen, bringing our higher self, wisdom of success. Who doesn't want that? Even finding our inner authority, leading us down our path. It's a knowing, it's an inner confidence. It feels kind of brazen and fiery. So make a wise, make a wise, intelligent decision about your future. So this is the breath between the pause. It's the standstill. It's the new moon intention. So really holding true to your heart, your passions, and protecting your intention. Just keep adding love to the spirit of your divine self. And following Wizardry Wednesday on the moon's day, but actually Jupiter's day, because we've got the moon's day because of the new moon. By the way, that's why I went off there. But the Four of Pentacles, this is the breakdown to the breakthrough, an unexpected windfall, you say, on the moon and Jupiter. So this is like a splash pad. Jupiter is connected to this moon along with Uranus. So this is fantastic. It really feels juicy, but it's knowing that we are on stable ground, being on stable ground, getting our stash or collecting our stash. Maybe we got a hideaway, hiding the stash under the mattress or in the old coffee cans. It's time to accept who we are, our authentic true self, our worth, and valuing ourselves. So are you flowing with those universal streams? You got the abundance flowing in, just feelings of gratitude, grace, helping those in need, feeling like you're on stable ground, you're secure. It kind of feels like a day to kind of rest and receive and protecting, reevaluating, receiving, taking stock in ourselves. It really is kind of valuing ourselves, not going to lie. And doing a double dose of a check-in. The stable foundation, save some coin for a rainy day, and how do we feel inside about our finances? Kind of maybe we're doing a wash and a roll, something like that. Continuing down the path without over-focusing on possessions, Let go of any jealousy coming from outside of you. That could be a person, a place, or things. Jealousy is kind of a curator sometimes. I just keep saying that is for me, and I know that I'm enough. So feel like you are abundant, and then you will become abundant. Sometimes I feel like people are afraid of becoming abundant because it feels hoarding in a weird way. Just saying, but just knowing that you have more than you need, you have more than enough. The universe is graceful. Planting those seeds, nurture those seeds as well. And then on Fantastic Friday, we've got the Eight of Cups. Reminds me of the Ace of Spades. I don't know if you hear that song, but that's kind of what came in for me. But this is the infinite emotions. What emotions are we releasing? Releasing what no longer is serving us, walking away, letting that shift go. A ritual of releasing in a time of the frozen snow. And really moving away from stuck energy, leaving out our old reality so that the new reality is just opening doors. It's almost like when you dive into the waters and you're like, whoo, you separate the waters. So you may feel possibly abandonment, maybe a little disappointment. I'm a reflector, I'm just telling you. I get disappointed a lot. I won't go down that rabbit hole, that container, but it's time to walk away from something in our life and start a freshie, start birthing anew. You know, time to do a fire ritual, a burning bowl ceremony. I do have an amazing fire ritual ceremony, by the way. I should share that. Or anyway, open the doorway to choose the dream, your dream. That's the biggest act of self-love that we can authentically offer ourselves. But this also may be just that new moon hangover. Just saying, kind of curious there. Emotional waves, a hangover, committing to an emotional frequency that obviously I feel like it's being impassioned and loving ourselves to the divine heart. Taking that first step and begin to choose you first. Commit to you first. Decide to commit to you first. Powerful healing happens when we do that, and finding our emotions, our inner resolve, our outer resolve, and untether. I like that book. I've been listening to that, The Untethered Soul on Audible. But just untether any anchors including holding you back. And on a side note, my podcast is on Audible, by the way. You can tune into it there. But it's time to walk away, dear star that you are. Walk away from negativity. Choose yourself first. And a rebellious act of self-love, innovating what that looks like. This may be a day to do a weekend offering, an afterblaze from the new moon, just saying. So there's kind of a golden sun setting out into the future that she's actually walking towards. So all eyes are upon us in nature, right? All the beings in the unseen. We are never walking alone. We all know that. Spirit is everywhere. So really tuning into your feelings this week, your heart, the golden egg, which is your spirit, your spiritual acumen, the universe, knowing you're connected, and make it a fantastic new moon blessing bowl week. And as always, I'll see you on the other side, or at least next week. And then Friday in the Origins Revolution, and Ashe and blessings, gratitude as always. I'll see you on the other side. Ashe.